Okay, so I'm gonna be making a PLL tier list for today. Probably next week's video will be our OLL tier list, but for now I just want to show y'all this. So first up we have our AA perm, but before we can get into that, I don't like having like S, A, B, C, D, so let's go for just an F here. Oh. Perfect. Great, guys. Okay. So first up we have our AA perm, I believe. This is pretty good, I think. Recognition's great. I think that since it's such a short algorithm, it should probably go in S tier. However, the AB perm I dislike a little bit because doing those double moves is a little bit harder. So I'll put it at a high A tier. An E perm is the bane of my existence. It's going in F. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little bit tough to see because sometimes I'll think it's like a Y perm or something. And then also I do have to look it because it's like actually hard. Okay, so this F perm, it's like a T perm that no one likes. I just do 3 moves into a T perm, but I think that it's like just the first 3 moves are a little bit weird. So I think I have to give it a B. Now the G perms. This is going to be an absolute reign of terror on them. First up, we have the what is that, GC? So GC perm is like not bad. However, like the beginning of the alg that I use is a little bit weird, so I think I can give it B or C. But I do think I'm gonna lean B because it feels a little bit better than the F perm. Now the G, I think this is the GB perm. Yeah, I think this is the GB perm. So it's a little awkward because I do a lefty, just a lefty sexy. But it is really satisfying to move the D and U at the same time, so I think I can also give it a B. Now this is peak. This has to go at A tier above the AB perm. Now, you guys might be thinking that I'm literally insane, but the algorithm that I use is a mixture of a JB perm and a T perm, and it works wonders. It's actually fairly fast for PLL for me. Now, the GD perm is also pretty good, pretty satisfying to do. I'd say that it can definitely go higher than this, and I think from where the tier list is at, we can put F perm like comfortably at C. Now H perm for a lot of beginners is their favorite because it's very short, very easy to do. However, I would say that doing the U prime is a little awkward for me, so I just do the U2, U. So for me, I'm probably gonna have to put this at B. However, it's just so easy to find your AUF, even at a very beginner level, that I have to give it A. Now the JA perm. I actually just do an inverse GB perm for this, so I like it decently. I think I'm going to give it I think I can give it a tier as well, high A. But the JB perm, that's the best. The finger tricks are great. Finding out what it is, recognition's not that bad, and AUF's pretty easy. NA is also pretty good. I just do 2 JB perms for it, so I think I can put it, like, actually it's just a little worse than an H perm. Man, people are gonna hate this video so much. I'm sorry that I have just bad opinions. Next up is the NB perm. Okay, so I feel like it's not on par with our F perm over here, but it's also not on par with the E perm. So I think I'm gonna put it like low C, and I'll let it off with that. I just do 2 JA perms, but it's just so awkward. Next up, here's the RA. this has to go in high F for me because it's a very weird algorithm. To look at personally, but yeah. Over the Alt RB, I mean, that has to go in A. I think I can put this above the AB and probably below the GA. T-prim's also in Sin, so that has to go in S. However, T-prim does have some regroups you have to do, so I do prefer the JB prim to it. And I have a bad habit of when I stop my solves, I'm pretty much doing the last move. Obviously, this is a thing that almost every cuber does. However, to be very sure that you're not going to +2 or DNF, you want to keep in your hand for that extra 0.1 second. But when you're doing that final F prime, sometimes it's a little awkward. And the way I do my F prime with my, left pointer finger or something, it can sometimes be awkward to do, a push U prime or something, so I do think it's below the JB prim for that reason. The U prim, I take it back, it's better than the JB prim. I say this because no matter how it's oriented, I either just do some weird thing with an S move, which flows very nicely, or I can be more consistent and just go with the one-handed algorithm. I think the reason why people underrate this sometimes is because they use the M, and I've seen so many times in competition where people just lock up way too hard on it. Next up, we have the other U perm. I think this would be UB in that case. It's good. I think it's leagues above the JA perm in my opinion, so I'll put it above the AA perm. V perm. Pretty much, this is something which you can two look, but you know how to one look it. As in, if you do a Y perm in the block, then you'll get an H perm, so it's not terrible. But first of all, I think sometimes I've gotten it mixed up with an A perm, so I gotta put that at C. Touch here, okay. Okay, bro. Y perm's extremely good as well. I gotta put that S tier. I think it's right, but actually it's above a T perm. I think it's very satisfying to do, and it's pretty good in solve as well. Actually, fun fact, for the longest time, when I had a Y perm with a U2, I thought it was just a very rare PLL, where I would do a JA and JB perm, which is very funny, so y'all can make fun of me in the comments for that. Now a Z perm. I'm not a big fan of the Z perm because, you do have to, do the, M or M prime? I don't know exact for that, but since you do have to do that, it makes it, a little bit more awkward, easier to DNF. So, I do think that I can't put this anywhere near the A tier. So, I'll put it either strong B tier or low A tier. But I think I'm okay putting it in A, we'll put it in B because I think an NB perm flows a lot nicer. So yeah, that's about all for the PLLs. Now let's go on to OLL.